Hey guys, welcome back to another Grumpa Mike Radio. Doing a little bit something different today. Uh, Something that I got turned on to. I'm sure everybody's heard about before is Marilyn Manson. Way back in the day, first time I heard him, I thought he was a little crazy myself. But as you learn more about him, you realize the guy is a genius. He speaks. He's highly intelligent. Same thing like Lil Wayne, highly intelligent. And I love hearing and watching videos with him in it when he's talking to the press or all those people, because every time you see the press is trying to blame him for Columbine or whatever the case may be, or playing for a fool, or he's the reason why kids do what they do or people do what they do, and he's the reason for gun violence, and some of the things he says are so true if you just stop and listen to it. That's why I wanted to play this today. So it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I wanted to comment and do a reaction of Marilyn Manson's Genius Shocks interview in Graveyard from 1997 newscast from New Zealand. The guy who originally posted this, his channel as well as this video will be down in the comments. Go show him love over there. But I figured I'd just do a little commentary over it. So we'll stop and pause and talk about certain things and give you my 2 cents on it. Maybe you see me differently after this, but I think everybody deserves a voice. Everybody. And everybody needs to stop blaming everybody else for shit that happens. Just my 2 cents. But, all right, let's jump into it.
Now, you thought Alice Cooper was weird? You thought Alice Cooper was out at the edge? Wait till you see this man, Marilyn Manson.
I mean, honestly, they did say the same thing about Alice Cooper, Kiss, Rob Zombie, all these other acts that, shock rockers back in the day. So for Marilyn to come out in, the 90s and pretty much do something that people were doing back in the 70s, smart move. Smart move. Everything's in cycles. Everything comes back around. He's not going to be the last one. We're going to have more shock rockers come back around this year, next year, every year. So nothing new.
28 years old. His name is an amalgam of Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson, his 2 great opposites, you see. His band members are named after serial killers. In the United States Senate, they're trying to have him banned. They're so disturbed by him. Young people flock to see him all around the world. He's a shock rocker. He calls himself the Antichrist superstar. He invites the audience to spit on him, or has done in the past. There's chickens and blood everywhere on the stage.
Oh, that's be a good interview.
Had a very interesting upbringing, very religious upbringing. He went to a Christian school. He got beaten up in the neighbourhood for going there. Then he went to a normal school, which he wanted, and then he got hell in the neighbourhood for having gone to the Bible school. The Christian imagery, he says, gave him nightmares as a child. He describes his childhood as one of isolation and fear. And I met him today at an old grave.
I'm sure some of that's true. I'm sure some of it is just, a spin the publicity departments have put on it and all that. What is true, I don't know. Does he have a book out? I'm going to have to look and see if Marilyn Manson actually has a book out. Let me read a Marilyn Manson book. That would be something, a cool thing to read. Marilyn Manson book. Okay. Yeah, let's keep watching this and see what the guy's a genius. I love watching videos with him in it.
Yard. Take a seat down here, Marilyn. This is a very nice cemetery, very old cemetery. We thought you'd be happy to...
Symmetry, huh?
Reminds me of...
It's a symmetry. That's how they say it over in jolly old England. Symmetry.
New Orleans.
The cemetery.
This past summer, yeah.
That's right, and you dug up, you went robbing graves there. Did you rob graves there?
We didn't rob them. See, in New Orleans,
What kind of question is that? Do you go... He's talking about, it reminds him of New Orleans, the graves in New Orleans. Marilyn, do you rob graves? Do you have sex with the deceased? Do you rob graves and have sex with them? I mean, come on. Do you rob graves? How far are we going to take this stupid comment?
the ground is very deteriorated, so you just find bones sticking out of it. So we just plucked them. So we didn't actually rob them.
So should mums and dads be worried about you?
I think the best thing that could happen is if parents are afraid of me, they will take more time to raise their children to be more intelligent so that they can decide whether or not and how music, art, and film is going to affect their lives.
so true. Everybody blaming musicians, whoever, for the way that their children act needs to turn it back on them. You raised that child. They didn't raise their child. They were in the kids' ears maybe a couple hours a day through music and all that. If you raise your child right, they will do right things. Simple as that. No music, no movies, no television show. It's going to warp a kid's brain. It's their upbringing, and it's them as an individual. Okay? Sometimes, yes, maybe it's not on the parents. I get that. Sometimes it's just the individual, but you can't blame anything other than just the individual themselves.
Parents are afraid of losing their youth, and there's a bit of a jealousy sometimes when they see their kids identifying with something that they can no longer relate to.
What do your mum and dad think of this?
They're,
that's 100%. That, I mean, being a parent and a grandparent, there's things that, my children, my grandchildren do, and I know back in the day I'd just been like, cool, and nowadays I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. What is the fascination with this? So yeah, that is something that is within us, and it'll be within you too when you get older, or maybe it already is. Just as generations go and you get older and older, things that didn't bother you before tend to bother you. You don't understand it. You're skeptical, or what's the word I'm looking for? You're skeptical of things. So yeah.
big fans now. I don't think they always were, but they see that I enjoy what I do. I think that's what they want more than anything.
I think one of the best things I saw, maybe I'll do a video of this video as well, maybe I'll do a video of it as well, was a parent who took their child to a Marilyn Manson concert. And he was like, my son, is into him. My son enjoyed it. So instead of telling my son and not knowing who this gentleman is and not knowing, what exactly happens and all that, I went with him. And I thoroughly enjoyed his music. It was a good concert, and we got, parent and son bonding time. See, instead of being quick to judge, get into your kids' lives. That's all you got to do.
You would have struck some controversy with the name Manson, in the States particularly?
Well, one of the points of the name was to almost a mockery of controversy, a mockery of the phoniness of show business, But I thought it was interesting to take those two because of their history in popular culture, how America has put them on the same status. They're equally memorable, for their own separate reasons.
But in that too, on those two names, there's also that opposites that you're constantly talking about.
Yes.
All right.
So it was a perfect metaphor for me.
Yeah. It scares the heebie-jeebies out of the middle classes too, doesn't it? Out of the Bible group too, I would imagine. Manson.
Yeah, it seems like the people who are open-minded enough to understand, will find something enjoyable out of what I do, whether it's entertainment or whether it's something to believe in or whether it's something to tap your foot to. And the other people who aren't open-minded enough, I guess, really deserve to be scared because the fear is what's, keeping them from understanding it. Fear themselves, usually.
So true. So true. The more open-minded you are, the more accepting you are of different things, the more you allow into your brain. Doesn't mean you have to, jive with it. Doesn't mean you need to accept it. Doesn't mean you need to agree with it. But allow it in and see what it's about before you make judgment on it. I'm a huge believer of that. I'm a huge, that's what really boggles my mind is when people, take offense to something you say because you gave something a chance and you didn't like it. That's your opinion. They're entitled to their opinions. Maybe they loved it. Maybe they think it's a 10 out of 10. Or maybe you only thought it was a 5 out of 10. That's fine. That's your opinion. If somebody doesn't like something I like, that's okay too. It doesn't matter. That's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. And that's, people just need to give stuff a chance. And the people that bother me the most are the people that, no, I would never listen to them. Okay, well, then you can't have a commentary on it. You can't have an opinion on it if you're never going to listen to it. If you want to have an opinion on a movie, if you want to have an opinion on a book, if you want to have an opinion on Marilyn Manson, if you want an opinion on Kiss, any musician for that. You have to give them a chance and listen to who they are. There's been people in this reaction channel myself that one video I watched them, I didn't enjoy them. I thought they were fake and all that. People enlightened me. People came in the comments and told me, you know what, this is how she is. This is how the reason why. Blah 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 blah. I saw a different perspective. I listened to more songs from her, and I really started enjoying her. But you got to give them a chance, okay? You need to go out there, and before you make any comments, at least watch or listen or read part of what's going on. Make your opinion, and if people try to tell you differently, be open-minded about it. It's okay to be wrong. I've been wrong on this channel before. I've been wrong in life many times. Own it and move on. That's how we all grow. So.
Now, what about the other business, too? I understand there's a bit of the other business on the stage, the sex. Do you have sex on stage?
The sex. Do you... Another thing, if they're going to, I mean, I don't know what he's going to say here, but if they're going to bring it up about, you know, are you having sex on stage or this and that? Have you seen a Rammstein show? Have you? My goodness. Talk about, I think they're German shock rockers. My goodness. That is one hell of a show. So, to each their own. It's just a performance. Remember that. It's just a performance.
Right.
Not on a regular basis. There was one occasion that the media likes to, you know, continually.
One occasion.
Gravitate towards. Yeah. Well, it's something exciting to mention for them. That's the extent of the sex. I mean.
How many shows in 1997 had he done? By 1997, how many shows did Marilyn Manson do? One show there was an incident. One. And the media held on to it, and everybody held on to it from then and became, this is what happened, kind of like Ozzy biting the head off a bat. You know, so much more behind people than one show, one incident. Blows my mind.
The show has a lot of sexual overtones, and I rarely perform in much clothing, but I don't necessarily have sex on stage. But I'm open to suggestions if you're willing to come on stage and do some sort of duets.
Personally, no. I would find it, I don't think I could perform in that kind of arena. I don't think so. It's too public.
I love this freaking reporter. I love him. Just his facial expressions and everything. Like, oh, sometimes I don't wear a lot of clothes. I couldn't perform in that arena. That's awesome. I love this reporter.
Is this all a game, do you think?
Well, it's not a game, but it's
a performance.
Something that keeps me entertained. Yeah, I'm as entertained by the way the world reacts to me as the way,
the world is entertained by you.
Entertained by me.
Mm. Well, you don't seem particularly
100%.
scary at all, if I may say so. Is that disappointing?
No?
Well, I think the scariest thing about me is that there are different sides to what I do. You know, that, I'm sure if there were a devil and you were to meet him, he'd be quite charming, I'm sure. I don't think he would...
Always keep him thinking. Always. That's what I love about Marilyn. He always keeps you thinking. He will twist everything and just make you, now he's talking about the devil. So, is he into Satan worship? Is he into, No. He just always wants you to think. Always wants to keep you on your toes.
Set you on fire right there on the spot.
Fascism doesn't always wear jackboots. Personally, at the moment, I'm afraid. Because I don't know if you and I will be able to stand up after sitting for so long on this concrete grave. Ah.
But if you'd like, we could try and dig up some bones, but I've got to go eat lunch at some point.
Well, that's right. I've got to get back. That's right. But I'm sure it'll be fun to do. Well, good luck.
Thanks. Enjoyed it.
Who am I to disagree?
Well, I'm sure he'd hate my saying it, but he seems very pleasant and a very thoughtful man. Marilyn Manson plays the power station in Auckland tonight.
So good. So good. Yeah, I mean, give people a chance. Step out of your comfort zone. I've done it so many times here on this channel, taking your guys' suggestions of songs and of groups. And if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't be in love with Mission Souls as much as I am. So thank you. Yeah. Give everybody a chance. You don't know their story. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what's going on in their life. Give them a chance. Talk to them. Sometimes you'll be surprised when you sit down and just talk to somebody. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Disney hugs for everybody. I love you. Take care.